We are in Knoxville, Tennessee, to interview Carl Webb, a soldier and medic in the Army for 10 years, and a current deserter from the Texas Army Reserve. He is among many soldiers resisting the Stop Loss program.
Could I really be the only soldier out of 3,000 soldiers from the whole state of Texas that didn't show up? I enlisted in the Texas Army National Guard in August of 2001. And it was a 3-year enlistment. So that would have ended in August of 2004. In July of 2004, I got a phone call from my platoon sergeant saying that she had some bad news. She said that I was being activated for Operation Anarchy Fade. Not the unit, but just me as an individual. My options for in respect to these stop loss orders and deployment to Iraq were basically three. I had three options. I could just either go to Iraq, I could leave the country, or I could attempt to just go underground and stay within the United States and try to avoid the law. I saw going underground as just momentary until I either turned myself in or got caught. I'm also unclear as to what specific punishments or I've heard for desertion you can get anywhere from 5 to 10 years. I chose the option of publicly resisting this war and saying, I refuse to go, come and get me or I'll turn myself in and let's see what the court has say about it. I will, if they say I have to go to jail, I'll go to jail. That's better than going to Iraq and killing people or getting killed. So actually, I haven't been afraid. I've been waiting for the authorities to come and arrest me, to put some closure to this. I would actually be more stressed out if I was one of the other 5,000 soldiers that are AWOL and constantly looking over their shoulder. The thought of going to war as a conscientious objector was a little bit better, just a little bit better than going to war as somebody directly involved in combat. But I tried to look at it from the viewpoint of putting myself in other people's shoes at other moments in time. And if I thought if I was in the Confederate Army or the Nazi Army, and I told somebody, well, yeah, I was on the wrong side, but I was just a cook, or I was just a support
doesn't add up to much
person. No. You're part of the machine. Yes. And most people don't know that only 15% of the Army, is a little bit higher in the Marine Corps, only 15% of the Army are combat soldiers. Their job is very much dependent on the 85% of soldiers that are in combat support and service roles.
Absolutely.
You can't go to combat without communications. You can't go to combat without supplies. You can't go to combat without intelligence. You can't go to combat without medical support. So I know that, if I care for a sick and wounded soldier, I'm just enabling someone to go back out and kill or be killed. I mean, that's the reason why I'm not a conscientious objector, is because I would have fought in World War II. You know, I would have fought against the Nazis. I would have fought against the Confederacy. There's lots of things that I'm opposed to that I would have fought for. But at the present time, the Army, the Navy, the Air Force, the Marines, the Coast Guard that we have is under the jurisdiction of the United States government, which is existing in the interest of a ruling class, which is separate from the masses of working class people in this country.